So this game we play, it's called the high-low game. I take first-round quarterbacks who are perceived to be going, and I give them a high end. If things go well, here's who they are at their best. And if things don't go well, here's who they are at their worst. Now, we all know, this is factual, that where you land matters. We all that's not disputable. Josh Allen would not be this good if he had a crappy coaching staff. But Sean McDermott's great. Brian Daboll's a great OC. They got him Stephon Diggs. You know, it matters. We all know that. That is not up for dispute. So I'm considering a lot of different things here, where they're drafted, everything. Stylistically, it may not always, I can always, you can't find the perfect fit, right? But here we go. Let's play the high-low game. Let's start with Trevor Lawrence high-low game. The high for Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson is Troy Aikman. Looks the part, arm, accurate. Nobody disputes the talent. Day one, walks in, and you're like, that's what a franchise quarterback looks like. Bumpy for the first couple years until he's surrounded with legitimate talent. But in about year 3, you're like, we got ourselves a Hall of Fame talent. The low end, Andrew Luck. Size, mobility, called an all-time talent, but the franchise holds him back. He gets beat up with a bad O-line for a couple of years, and you're like, you know what? You don't blame him. He doesn't take the hit, but he could just never get maybe the GM, the line, the support right. High-end, low-end, Trevor Lawrence is Troy Aikman's career or Andrew Luck at worst. That's pretty good. Zach Wilson, BYU. All right. The high end is Matt Stafford. Lively arm. You look up YouTube, he's got all sorts of plays. And he's slick. Got his own kind of style. But he can't save like the Jets at number 2. Low end's Baker Mayfield. Fun to watch. Ceiling is a little lower than we thought. Maybe a bit of a reach as a number 2 draft pick. Certainly watchable. Even when he struggled, fun to watch. Got a flair to him. Zach's got a flair. The high end, though, if he goes to the Jets, feels like he can't overcome their nonsense. How about Justin Fields? Ohio State. The high end to me is Deshaun Watson. Dude is a playmaker. Arm, feet, he's a playmaker. You can win any game with Justin Fields. It doesn't have the smoothest delivery. It's not the prettiest football, but high school star, college star, and you're not surprised if the franchise is bad, he can carry him to the playoffs. Teammates love him. Total difference maker at quarterback. The low end is Sam Darnold. Super talented, inconsistent. Sometimes you're like, God, I love him. And then the next series you're like, man, he's missing wide open receivers. And you think to yourself, that's crazy. But I watched Justin Fields this year against Clemson. I was like, whoa. And then I watched them against Northwestern. I was like, oh. Yeah, I didn't know week to week quite what I was getting. But the high side and the low side, you're talking about a dynamic athlete. Trey Lance, North Dakota State. I think high-low. High is Josh Allen. Total wow factor physically. Like, whoa. A small school. So you're questioning, is he just better than all these average players? A bit of a project. You're not going to have him walk into this league and light everybody up. Could become very dependent on where he lands. May struggle a little early. But in year 3, if he's got the right people, you're going to say to yourself, why didn't we like him more? Why wasn't he the number 1 pick? Big upside. The low side is Blake Bortles. He kind of looks the part. And there's some athletic ability here. He wins some games. But you're like, he kind of plateaus. And you just kept waiting for Blake to get to the next level. And just never got to the next level. But there's something there. They're athletically, you're not going to dispute that. Blake could move around and make plays, so could Josh. And then Mac Jones, Alabama. The high side is Kirk Cousins. Delivers the ball, not real athletic, does not look like the future of the quarterback position. But coachable, surround him with premier players. He can get him the football. You don't feel like in the big games against the best quarterbacks, you kind of feel like you have the second best guy at that position. Low side is Matt Barkley, USC. Big school, great teammates, really well liked. Pretty low ceiling. Can't do anything with his feet. Strictly a pocket guy. Overdrafted. Stays in the league forever because coachable, good in the film room, nice guy. But you just kind of feel like, yeah, it's the talent around him that kind of did a lot of the work. That's my high-low game. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.